Hello, our names are Esther, Madison, and Brian, and we will be doing a podcast on musical intelligence. We have our friend Layla here, and we will be interviewing her on how she feels about music.
Hello, my name is Layla, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on musical intelligence.
Layla, how do you feel about music being like a type of intelligence?
Well, to me, music is a form of expression, art, and emotion. I love to listen to music, and I enjoy it a lot. Music doesn't have to always be a certain way or sound a certain way as long as it's a form of expression. In my opinion, then it is considered a music. I think musical intelligence is a very interesting intelligence, and I haven't really thought about how complex it is until now.
How would you describe the definition of musical intelligence?
Well, to me, it's like if someone plays the violin and they're experienced and they have been learning music for some time, and they can recognize and interpret certain patterns, pitches, and sounds. And to me, it is all truly fascinating. They can identify and assign what notes are being played, especially when they hear them in songs, which is quite interesting.
I agree with you. Musical intelligence is knowing a lot about instruments / anything that has to do with music, and you pretty much explained it.
Music is a form of communication or art formed upon sounds and notes. Anyone who can master and make it their own is truly a genius. Beethoven, who was born with 6 of his senses,
5.
After a while, he started to grow deaf, which caused him to lose one of his 6 senses. And even though he had that disability, he was still able to make great music pieces. For example, the Ninth Symphony.
I agree. I feel like since Beethoven has made so much music and mastered it, he would be very intelligent about music. But anyways, thank you, Layla, for having us. Oh, god damn it.
Yo, did you just cut?
Hey, where's Layla? Anyways, thank you, Layla, for giving us your thoughts on musical intelligence.
#go bars.
And we have...
Anyways, thank you, Layla, for giving us your thoughts on musical intelligence.
#grow bars.
Okay, and we have another friend named Steven Universe, and he plays the violin.
Hey y'all, my name is Steven, and I've been playing the violin for 6 years.
Hey Steven, since you know a lot about the violin, what is the most common thing you should know about the violin?
Well, the most common thing you should know about the violin is that for most people, it's very hard. Music is like learning a new type of language. I had started playing in 4th grade, and the classroom started off full. But after the summer break, I noticed that a lot of my peers that played last year had dropped out of the course. There were only about 3 or 4 students left out of the 30 that had signed up before.
I also play the violin, but I do have a different perspective on the violin. For me, playing the violin is kind of like rowing a boat on a small lake, nice and quiet and calm. For me, the violin is pretty much a breeze and not challenging at all. But that's just for me, you know. I've played the violin for about 8 years now, so it's honestly easy. But I don't think they left because it was hard. It was probably just because they lost interest.
Oh, Steven, what is your opinion on musical intelligence?
To me, musical intelligence is just like any other intelligence. It's another thing that you have to learn. It's like learning a new type of math or a subject because that's what it is. You're learning something new. It's not very special in any kind of way because it's just music. You listen to it every day, and it's one of those things where if you know it, then you know it, and if you don't, you don't.
I do agree with you with the fact that playing the violin isn't special to me. I only played it to make my parents proud and for it to be like not a waste of money because my uncle bought it. So after I learned, I was just like, why not just continue?
I feel like it could be used by anyone if they study hard enough. But to me, music is a sound and feeling you can express to others. But I have no experience with any instruments, so I wouldn't know how to relate.
Okay, then, what do you think music means to you?
When I listen to music, it's a good feeling and something that can keep me company when I'm lonely.
Oh, shit. I do agree with you with the fact that playing... Oh, shoot. Sometimes I listen to music when I'm stressed or feeling bad. I kind of feel like music is honestly the best way to cope. I'm just a music kind of person. Ha ha ha.
To me... Wait... Music doesn't mean anything to me. It's kind of like another hobby or something to do. I've never been fully invested in music. I've always either just done it to make my parents happy or did it for a grade. Even though I do enjoy music, I might rather... Jesus fucking Christ! Music doesn't mean anything to me. It's kind of like another hop. Music doesn't. Music doesn't mean anything to me. It's kind of like another hobby or something to do. I've never been fully invested in music. I've always either just done it for a grade or to make my parents happy. Although I do enjoy music, I'd much rather just listen to it rather than be the one creating it.
Wait. I've been playing the violin since the 5th grade, and I can honestly say that learning an instrument is one of the hardest things that I've ever done. But it's not anything special to me, and in my opinion, I'd rather not play it instead of doing it. But for now, I'm just going to continue with it. Anyone can meet the qualifications to play an instrument, but for them to truly be somewhat of a genius at playing it, it takes a lot of practice and it takes natural talent.
Yeah, I agree, but thanks for letting us interview you, Steven.
No problemo.
So other than playing an instrument, what else do you think is considered musical intelligence?
I think if someone were to listen to music or they were to look at some music notes and be able to say what notes were put, then I think that's also a form of musical intelligence.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. If someone knew what note is being played when you hear it, it's also musical intelligence.
I think if someone could recognize the tempo change in different songs, or if they can give detailed expressions on what they hear in music and or explain the beats and whatnot in a song they're listening to, is pretty much another example of musical intelligence. All right, so we're going to wrap it up now. How does everyone think we did?
Well, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, this was pretty much a breeze. We got this quick G's.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, not gonna lie, but we gotta go. Thank you all for listening to our podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, we're also gonna have me and Steven do a playoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.